Hello guys, Sujar speaking. Welcome to LJPCBM Reacts, episode number 792, and today we react to 80's Snacks, the Sunday show, episode number 11. And if you haven't heard right now, I just feel like I was horrible, you know? Excuse me. Well, just because it was yesterday that I felt horrible while I was taping this live stream, because if he wasn't doing this live stream that day, chances are I won't be able to do a reaction video on the Sunday show, episode 11, on that day, you know? But while I'm doing a Snacks episode of LJ Reacts, I'm going to be eating some Pringles for you guys, which is going to be original. I'm going to be eating this. It's not going to be a crossover episode of food reviews and my reaction video series. I'm going to be eating Pringles while I'm reacting to this. 80's Snacks, Sunday Show, episode 11. So let's react to this, beginning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Change your background. For real. Says by whatever. Well, it's more so it's oh my gosh, hang on. Pause. He did for some episodes ago, and I think he did it because he wanted to do it anyway. Just because he wanted to talk about some several episodes ago. And it's more change of my background range, you know. And at the time, yes, Alex, if he's watching this now, I have no idea what to say here. Continue on. Anyway. Hold on. Did I do it with my mic? Hang on. Let me pause real quick. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. I accidentally stopped recording and see how everybody's gonna hear me. So, and like I did during my lunchtime episode, I thought it was gonna be best for people can hear me, just like I did during my lunchtime episode and my food review, where Josh told me there's something wrong with your audio, but my audio. So, at the time, yes, I think my audio is just fine. Until something wrong, like stuff that last. If you heard two videos ago, several videos ago, yesterday's videos ago, I just felt like I just had bad audio shape, you know. And yeah, bedtime stories episode was terrible. I haven't done a bedtime stories episode yesterday, but you know, I felt like I had a horrible shape that day. So we're gonna continue going. Continue in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Come on, play. Anyway. Let me just eat the Pringles while we wait. I gotta turn this down so we all hear this. Anyway, this countdown video in shape of forms. But by Kermit the Frog. Joking. Anyway, next.
Welcome to the Sunday Show. This is the interactive show where host Alex Harris will be talking about everything that's on his mind and everything else. And now, here's Alex Harris.
Thank you, Brandon Scruggs, and welcome to episode 11 of the Sunday Show. I'm Alex Harris, and tonight we're going to be talking about favorite snacks from the 1980s. If you remember from a few episodes ago, I was talking about snacks from the 90s. Well, this time we're going back to the 80s, as we're going to be talking about 80s kids, snacks, and 11 discontinued snacks from the 80s that we all remember. First off, let's welcome Luke Jeffers in the chat. Thank you, Johnny. Welcome to our program. We have Jeffrey Peralta, who is known as the fan of game shows, and David St. Dennis. And breaking news, Tom Brady's actually coming back to NFL. Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I was being sarcastic, by the way. I don't even
Wow.
follow football, but I
Yeah,
think he's over.
I do, by the way, because I'm at Tom. Yes, if you watch this Billy, just you, buddy. Continue on.
Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna give about a minute or two here so we can have everybody to join in, and then I'm gonna be reading the 33 foods that 80s kids will recognize. Then we're gonna be looking at 11 popular snacks from the 80s that were discontinued, and there's also some commercials that we'll be reviewing, just like we did with the 90s episode. And then maybe sometime we'll talk about 2000 snacks, and then we'll be talking about the 70s snacks. So hope you're all looking forward to that. Now, originally I wasn't going to be doing a live stream today, but I thought of something and I figured, you know what? I talked about the 90s snacks. Why not talk about the 80s? Because I did say that on that episode I would review snacks from the 2000s or the 80s, and here we go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it is 5:02. I think it's time for us to review what the 33 foods that us, well, I'm not an 80s kid, but for you 80s kids
Number one. Continue on.
up there, here are the 33 snacks that you'll recognize.
Mm-hmm.
Now, everybody knows the handy snacks. Right over here, you got the crackers and the cheese dip.
Crackety, crackers, wake me, sleep. Continue on. Anyway.
The synthesized pop music, the colorful neon clothes, the totally tubular language adults need a key to like the decipher. We love everything about the 80s, especially 80s food and candy. Take a trip down memory lane with our gastronomical favorites from the most rad decade you've ever lived through.
Mm-hmm.
Starting off with the Hostess pudding pie. I never even knew this Hostess ever made pudding pies. Flaky crust, cream pudding filling, tons of corn syrup and shortening. What we didn't love about this now discontinued sweet treat. Yeah, I figured this was discontinued, but because I don't see any of these products in the store.
Mm-hmm.
Now here we have Sliced, which you can still get.
Mm-hmm.
Sliced soda, introduced by PepsiCo in 1984, replaced by Sierra Mist.
Wow.
Most markets by 2000. Slice was a fruit flavored soda to drink in the 80s. Now, there's something similar called Crush, but I've never had Slice. Next up, we have Smurf Berry Crunch. As you can see, we got the Smurfs here, which was one of the most popular 80s cartoons for Saturday mornings. You remember in the 80s and the 90s, we would wake up Saturday mornings, have a bowl of cereal, and go right up to the TV and watch Saturday morning cartoons like Bugs Bunny, Smurfs. My dads and uncles and my mom remember that. But nowadays, there's no more Saturday morning cartoons. Well, you can get it over the air antenna. There are some channels that do that. But I'm talking about networks like CBS, the CW, Fox. I remember watching the Fox Box.
Yeah,
That was
I remember watching Record 2 Disney at the time. ABC Kids were my childhood back then. Nowadays, just stupidly Lieutenant Weekend's Adventures. Continue on.
favorite Saturday morning box. The only thing better than watching the Smurfish show around Saturday mornings, just like I said, was sitting down to do with a bowl of Smurf Berry Crunch in your lap. Total kid bliss. Next, we have something I have never heard, TCBY yogurt.
Mm-hmm.
Your kids will enjoy theirs with every topping under the sun. But when Froyo debuted on the scene, the flavors were the main and only feature, and TCBY was where you need to get it. Now, these ones you can get at stores anytime. Bagel Bites. Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening. Remember,
Wow.
while Bagel Bites were largely popular well into the 90s, they had the birth in the good old 80s.
I've seen these before, and just a fun fact, I have these as a kid, and yeah. I'm sorry I spit the Pringles out there. Anyway, I've seen these as a kid, and just a fun fact, I just tasted it, and it's pretty good. I want to do this as a food review a full review for you guys in the future. Continue on.
Down proud of that. There's nothing quite like rushing home from school, work, wherever. This was mostly targeted for kids like us, but it's for everybody. Popping some bagel bites in the oven and some quickly burning the roof of your mouth with piping hot cheese. Yep, I've been there. We've all been there. Now, I've had this a couple years ago. They did bring back High Speed Ecto Cooler a few years ago for a limited time. But if you're a fan of Ghostbusters, you might remember Ecto Cooler from High Speed. There was no shortage of the sugary drinks in the 80s, but none so exciting as High Speed's repackage of their citrus cooler into Ecto Cooler. To watch your favorite episodes of the real Ghostbusters and sip the drink all in its glory. It had a little bit of a tangy taste to it and a little green coloring to it, and I actually did like it. Next, we have, this was recently brought back years ago, Quist. Crunchy corn cereal. We actually have a sealed box of Quist. You could never quite figure out why he was the star of one of your favorite video games. These are just few of many deep kid thoughts you'd ever had a bowl after bowl of this crunchy corn cereal. I never had Quist, but I do remember having this. Now I haven't had Push Pops in a long time. I remember having.
Me either. Continue on.
Okay. The original packing for this popular 80s candy looked like it walked right off the step of Saved by the Bell. But you liked it because of the cool checkerboard wrapping matched your band, Man's Stew. Lean Cuisine. You probably passed by this one when you were rummaging through the freezer on the hunt for popsicles. But this diet food fad of the 80s wasn't lost on mine. Next, we have something I've never heard, Fruit Winkles. They may have not looked like much, but Fruit Winkles were a pretty tasty snack for the 80s. A sister product to the famed fruit roll-up. The bite-sized bits were supposed to look like wrinkly fruit. And this was by Fruit Corners.
Wow.
Now, I do remember seeing this on the internet before, but I never had this. This one we have Pac-Man Zero. Now, Pac-Man was a hit in the 1980s with the arcade game as well as Ms. Pac-Man. You remember going to the arcade at a restaurant or an arcade con, whatever, playing Pac-Man, playing it at home.
Wow.
A true cross-marketing colossus. Pac-Man cereal fed 80s kids Pac-Man fever. Literally. Between the cereal, the song, and the game, kids could eat, sleep, and breathe Pac-Man. For a few years anyway. It didn't last that long.
No.
Now, I'm pretty sure everybody remembers this. Jell-O Pudding Pops. As if pudding wasn't awesome enough already, the marketing gurus over at Jell-O made it into a popsicle in the 80s. Rich.
Be right back. I'm back, folks. Sorry for the delay. I just got some water, and then after this, I went to the bathroom and things like that. So, anyway, let's continue on. Shall we? So we got. Hold on.
Me and Telltale is healthy. These were a go-to fave any time of the year. Squeeze it.
Wow.
Made lunch and snack time worth it. Plastic juice-filled bottles came in tons of flavors and were guaranteed to stay in your mouth, all while giving you a sugar high.
Wow.
Yes. I'd like to see these again. There is something similar that Kool-Aid makes.
Okay.
Doritos Cool Ranch flavor. Everyone's favorite salad dressing that became a...
Okay. Now everyone remember this cereal, Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. Just joking.
Everything dipped became tortilla chip. Ad spokesman Jay Leno encouraged our obsession with the tagline, "Don't tell you what, we'll make more." Next we have is Crystal Light.
Okay.
I do remember Crystal Light.
Wow.
It'll be hard to find a 1980s kid who doesn't know the peppy jingle set to pop music. I believe in Crystal Light because I believe in me.
Wow.
Here are the fruit roll-ups.
Wow.
That you can buy any time of the day. These were also a popular thing in the 90s.
Wow.
A lunchbox staple and must-have. We folded, twisted, and tucked the sticky, chewy fruit roll-ups into the right size, stick it to the roof of our mouths for hours after lunch ended. It really did make fruit fun. Yes, it did. I remember having fruit rolls for the first time. It was at
Yeah.
my grandparents.
Yeah, that was my childhood growing up. I was like, ooh, I remember full roll-ups. Yeah, they're my childhood growing up. Like, in the commercials in the 2000s, like, fruit roll-up, I was like, I gotta buy one of these, in 2004. And the new logo reminds me of that. And like, okay, I'm gonna buy these. So I would try them and like, okay. They taste really good. It looks like a toilet paper or something. I don't know. But anyway, let's continue on.
Place back in Livermore in the early 2000s. And this is a weird story. I didn't know nothing about fruit roll-ups, but I do remember watching Gushers commercials. I always
Yeah,
thought
same here. Gushers, yeah.
when you take a bite of those, your head would actually turn into a fruit.
Yeah.
That's just a commercial. Your head can't turn into a fruit, but we were all.
Yeah, I grew up with this thing as a kid. Yeah. It was a Toon Disney commercial, That's just me. Continue on.
We were all kids.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I do remember having this Dr. Pepper bubblegum.
Wow.
I haven't seen these in quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember buying these. No soda machine? No problem. One bite into a Dr. Pepper piece of bubblegum sent a burst of the spicy, not a cola, something, of the spicy cola out of the gum's liquid center to quench your thirst. Now, it's not a cola, it's got 23 flavors. Cola and Dr. Pepper are two different drinks.
Oh, hi, Andrew.
Now, this was a popular thing in the 80's too. Planters cheese balls. So what if they turn your fingers bright orange and let the cheesy residue all over your hands? Planters cheese balls were an easy, airy snack, and they came in giant canisters, which meant no fighting with your siblings over who got to eat the most. Now, I like these.
Yeah, these cheese balls are made out of the jar instead of a Planters thing. I don't like Planters. I'm sorry. But the cheese balls, not the Z ones, but the cheese balls, those are nostalgical. I grew up with those in the 2010s, those make me feel better when I came stressed. And so that decade, and that made me feel like one of my positive things about these foods, The bucket of cheese balls was nostalgia to me. Continue on.
I haven't had these in so long. Your unassuming toaster oven became an instant.
Oh, wow. Hold on. Toaster strudel. Yeah, I've never had these in years. I had Pop-Tarts, as you were going to mention, but Pop-Tarts and toaster strudels. They're going to be good. I'll have these as a future food review. Continue on.
A frozen toaster strudel and out of a flaky pastry filled with warm fruit goodness that got you topped with sugary icing. Breakfast was served indeed. And these are a lot better than Pop-Tarts. But I like Pop-Tarts, but if I had a choice between a Pop-Tart and a toaster strudel, I'd go for a toaster strudel any day.
Yeah.
But I do like Pop-Tarts. I like the brown sugar ones.
I like both. I'm a sugar person. I love both toaster strudel and Pop-Tarts because I think, I'll have to see what happens. And Water Ball, my childhood nostalgia to me. Continue on. Even though they came out in the 80s. Continue on.
I pity the fool who does not remember Mr. T cereal.
Wow.
I pity the fool who didn't get to start the day with a big bowl of Mr. T cereal. Let's face it, we all wanted the stickers inside the box.
Wow. Never heard of
I
these,
haven't had
no.
Big League Chew in a couple years, but I remember having this as a kid in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Big League Chew.
Yeah, I'll do it as a future food review, but continue on.
Over candy cigarettes, kids of the 80's got more than a mouthful pretending Big League Chew was tobacco. How many of you actually packed an entire bag of the shredded gum into your lower lip? Now, these I like. Wonka Gobstoppers. Anyone else in all of that the sweet shell of an ingenious gobstopper changed colors multiple times before arriving at a Tower Center? Entertainment for hours.
I love the Wonka bars, not the Wonka Gobstoppers. Continue on.
I remember having gobstoppers as a kid. Ah, Mr. Hawking, welcome. Go Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Hope you've been doing well, Andrew. Capri Sun Orange. Or Capri Sun.
Wow, Capri Sun was my nostalgia. Hold on, I gotta call someone. Dad, can I call you back? I gotta reactivate the tape.
Hey, no problem. I'll talk to you a little later.
Love you. Anyway, sorry about that. My dad's calling me. Continue on.
Yesterday only knew how hard it was to get the straw in the original packaging of the Capri Sun. But the wild cherry juice in the metallic pouch really added some punch to school lunches and snack time. Yes, it did. I remember in school, have Capri Sun, have a sandwich, and then go to recess. Now, everybody knows Lunchables, but did you know in the 80s, the Lunchables was originally intended for adults, but then sometime around the late 80s, it was marketed towards kids. And of course, when the 90s came, that was a kick-ass time for Lunchables. Remember, especially with the all-star burgers and hot dogs and had the little cola? I miss those. I loved those Lunchables, the all-star burgers and hot dogs. But right around the mid-2000s, because of health concerns, they got rid of the cola. You know, I wish they would make an adult-sized Lunchables. You know, burger, and you actually have a drink, and it's marketed towards adults. In retrospect, Lunchables were like the Planet Box of the 80s. Circular discs of bologna, squares of neon orange cheese, crackers to stack them on dessert, and drink all tucked perfectly to secure their own compartments. What was your favorite Lunchable? Post them in the live chat or in the comments.
I love pizza. I love everything. I was gonna say pizza and nuggets in this live chat, but I couldn't. Continue on.
Oh, if you like. Now, there was also some cool Lunchables, like the Taco Bell pizza. Pizza one was another popular one. You can still get the Lunchables hot dogs and the burgers. You just won't get the cola.
Yeah.
And like I was mentioning earlier, handy snacks. We all pretending to be master chefs.
Wow.
A hard blob of cheese ever so gently across a buttery cracker without breaking it.
Watch, Miss Gamba. It's for you, but it's for you. Continue on.
To be eco-friendly, the red stick is no longer included, but a petition is trying to bring it back. I haven't bought these. I didn't even know they got rid of the little stick. Diet Coke. I don't drink Diet Coke anymore. Diet Coke first hit the scene in 1982, and Warner Bros.
I don't drink Diet Coke, so not for me. Fortunately. Continue on.
Parents probably bought it by the case and lived on it as some of a magical explainer. Magic Middles from Keebler. The cookie wasn't elevated to an art in Keebler's Magic Middles, which thrilled us all with the chocolate frosting inside. Oh, that sounds so good.
Wow.
2 desserts and 1.
Wow.
I would love to get my hands on those Magic Middles. Jolly Rancher Fire Sticks. Whoa, this one I never heard. Cost 10 cents. Last 23 minutes. What a candy bar. Yeah, remember when back in the 80s when candy costed a dime? You're lucky to get a piece of candy for like $1.
Wow.
Ah, the pizza one from XC31. Welcome to the show. More like a punishment than a treat. Jolly Rancher Fire Sticks set your mouth on fire and cut your tongue once you stuck them in long enough to turn them into a sharp instead. Wow. Sarah Lee's all butter pound cake.
Oh, I remember this. It's one of my papa's favorite type of pound cakes. They're my nostalgia growing up in the 2000s and 90s, like mid 90s, and I miss those, and I have to get those again because when Papa passed away, I need to get those back. You know, in the early 2020s. You know. And that was my nostalgia about them. If you watch this, Papa, I missed you, but I need to, but I really need to get those back from the dead. So, if from Sarah Lee, all butter pound cake. So I really need those pound cakes back from the dead. And if you watch this, Mom, your dad really needs to get those things back. You know. From back to life, you know, instead of because Papa is still in heaven now. Rest in peace to him, but I just want to make sure this pound cakes are still alive with us. Continue on.
If you ate all your veggies, you were promised a thick slice of solid, sterilely all butter pound cake that every kid of the 80s came to know and love as an after dinner dessert.
Wow.
Now, we all are familiar with
Hot Pockets. Yeah, wow.
Hot Pockets were the ultimate do-it-yourself after-school snack. You slip the pizza into that silver sleeve from the space age and watch the mind-blowing microwave technology to do its thing. Yep, I still love my Hot Pockets to this day.
Yes.
And of course, you can still get these at stores. Nerds.
Wow.
You may still have one of these teeny tiny pebble-like candies stuck in one of your molars today. You can pour them straight in your mouth. Really quick.
Oh my God. Ugh. Bill, I have to tell Billy about this. Yeah, I'm sharing this to Billy movie. Yeah, I have to tell Billy about this. It's officially true, Billy. Jordan, I heard about this from Jordan. And I was in shock. But anyway, continue on. I just feel like I need to dedicate this to this wrestler that Jordan told us. I mean, his name is Scott Hall. But I don't know what to do, but that's just me. Anyway, rest in peace to him, but, that's just me. We'll talk more about it in FWL's kickoff show. If you watch Jordan Little, speed up, buddy. Continue on.
You slid both sides of the box to get a mix of each flavor at once. I never did that. I just only slid that one side and then just either put it in my hand or just gobbled it all up. Microwave popcorn.
Wow.
That cake started with a real bang in '81 when General Mills got the first patent for a microwave popcorn mat. Sure, it wasn't the perfect pop every time, but the convenience factor outweighed the frustration of unpopped kernels. I didn't even know microwave popcorn started in the '80s.
Wow,
It started either earlier or later on. Oh, yeah. That's why you always let it cool before eating one of those.
Yeah, and by the way, he's talking about our popcorn and he's talking about Hot Pockets. Yeah, I eat Hot Pockets. Yeah, it's delicious. I let it cool. Yeah, and it's delicious as well. But because of the popcorn, cool, let it cool, I eat them frozen. Not like say 10 or 15, let's say 30 minutes after it's cool. But I want to eat those afterwards and let it cool off the plate. I just want to eat those afterwards. And then afterwards, I don't want to feel like say ha anymore at the time. Last time I did a full review on Hot Pockets, just because I want to do it doesn't mean did not burn my mouth last time I checked. But yeah, David says I love popcorn. Yeah. It just means that I really would love to enjoy it. Continue on.
And those were the most popular snacks of the '80s. Now, we are going to be looking at 11 popular snacks from the '80s that are currently discontinued. And there are commercials here too, so you're in for another treat. Let me share my screen here real quick. All right. Now, some of these we've already talked about, like Fruit Wrinkles and Heisey Echo Cooler, but we're going to be watching a commercial.
Yeah. And two Disney pop out and say, "Oh no!" Continue on. Anyway. Forget about that. Okay? Anyway.
Hi, it's me again. When you go to the ocean, it's good to take fruit roll-ups.
Kind of reminds me of Hey Arnold. Animation difference of who you draw on it. Could I borrow a difference? Continue on.
Fruit wrinkles. The fishes like to eat fruit wrinkles because they're bite-sized and they're chewy. And the fruit roll-ups are
Wow.
so delicious and
Wow.
so stretchy, they can even keep an octopus occupied.
Wow.
So before Betty Crocker brought fruit roll-ups, it was
Even if
fruit
it's with my
corners.
little sister.
I didn't even know fruit corners were the originators of fruit and roll-ups before Betty Crocker.
And, yeah, before we continue on with this episode of LJPCBM, I read an article, and no one talked about Scott Hall's death. That is harsh, Wikipedia. Say something about it. Jeez. Anyway, it's just so wrong to me. Anywho, the heart attack made me sense, and he wanted to talk about an FWO. He wanted to be doing a 10 bell salute. I want to talk about another guy who passed away this week. But his name goes by the name of William Hurt in this Friday. But he was a great actor, you know. But I want to dedicate this to both these guys. I just want to mention this, but it was shocking to me. Also with Brett, I haven't been talking about this, but he's also a great filmmaker, like me. He was shot. I will explain more about it, Crazy Bunch's web show this week. Brent Wallard. I'm like, wow. It was so not fair for me to see him shot like that, like Dimebag Darrell, And he was killed yesterday by Russian soldiers while covering the. Oh man! If I was here doing this, I would be not happy. You know what I mean? He was a great filmmaker. This is ridiculous, If I was here to do this, he was not. I don't know what to do, but But anyway, what's next on my list? I think that's about it. I have no idea what to explain. Continue on.
Here's the High Sea Ecto Cooler.
Okay. Nobody hears a
There's
thing.
no copyright music here.
There's no copyright music because all I hear is doom. I can't hardly hear a thing. Continue on. What was that? Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and scooch over since people can not see my face. Anyway. We can't see. Sounds British. Anyway.
Don't you all wish you were born in the 80s? Really good time to be alive. Even in the 90s, it was a good time to be alive, too.
We can't see.
Right. Next thing we're going to be looking at. Did you not see it? Here, let me try it again.
Yeah, thank you.
Here we go. Now you can see it.
This summer, coming to a supermarket near you. There's going to be a great new high-sea flavor with an outrageous sweet taste. And what are we going to call it? Ecto Cooler.
Wow.
High-sea Ecto Cooler. Slimer's new food flavor. You've been warned.
The 80s were a good time to be alive, even in the 90s, too.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we have Squeeze-Its. I got a feeling it's The ones that we already read.
Huh? So adorable. Anyway.
I love these commercials that had a little song jingle.
Wow. So I hug these kids in the middle and the end. Continue on.
Just squeeze it and drink it.
Oh my god. Oh, so I hug these two kids. So cute at the end. Continue on.
Played with each other.
Wow. So
Where
adorable.
did the time go? And that was the Squeeze It commercial from the 80s. Here's some ones that we haven't read yet. 60s snack crackers. These crackers look like chicken drumsticks and involve in some chicken flavoring, making both visual and taste feel top notch. Have them with some pieces of cheese, and there you have it, a yummy balanced meal. Unfortunately, they were discontinued, not available to savor for today's school kids.
Wow.
Yes. Got nothing else to say over there. Other than that, we're going to be looking at the Nabisco Swiss cheese crackers. These crackers were dominated by a cheesy flavor and were shaped like small pieces of Swiss cheese. Currently, they're only available in Canada.
Wow.
Apart from being a perfect companion for sandwiches for school kids, cheese-based snacks are an extremely popular part of buffets and parties and casinos. There's nothing like enjoying the authentic casino experience with some mouth-watering snacks that go along with the excitement of the game. However, following the pandemic, the gambling and betting audience has switched to online realm.
Wow.
Well, for some of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Expert reviews and guides are available on portals like AsiaBet, which are ranked as the best sports betting venues available online if you wish to relive those casino experiences while you're enjoying your favorite snack in the comfort of your home. Hershey's Bar None. We're going to read this first, and then we are going to be watching this commercial. If you were an 80s kid with a sweet tooth for chocolate bars, then it's highly likely that you had a Bar None or two in your lunchbox. These chocolate candy snacks went through a couple of variants before they were finally removed from production. Nonetheless, the 80s audience may have fond memories of the chocolate-filled wafers wrapped in even more chocolate. Let's watch this commercial.
Wow.
Like so many American chocolate lovers, I was relieved to hear about Hershey's new Bar None. Its unique combination of chocolate wafers, chocolate cream, steaming, and pure
That looks good.
make Bar None the supreme chocolate extravaganza. Bar None, but will it satisfy? The chocolate tastes in 1 minute long.
Man,
Wow.
it's that feeling. You wish you had these products when you're alive.
Oh yeah. Never Swiss cheese, Krabby crackers with the sleep. Yeah, I was gonna joke around with these jokes. Anyway, let's watch the commercial. Two of these things are popped in. Oh no! This is a joke
They're in
anyway.
the past, but you'll never get to taste them. I had the same feeling when I first saw Surge in the early 2010s before they were finally bringing them back in 2014 as an Amazon exclusive. All right. Peanut butter poppers. Nature Valley manufactured this wholesome
Wow.
and delicious
Yuck! I'm allergic. Wow. Continue on.
The outer coating consisted of crunchy cereal and chocolate, while the center was filled with creamy peanut butter and a perfect addition to the lunchbox appointment for a special occasion. Whoops. Accidentally opening a new tab. There we go. Here is the Peanut Butter Poppers commercial from 1986.
Good old creamy peanut butter's gone. Poppers. Gone crazy with
Yeah.
chips. Got all rolled
Man, look at that.
peanut butter poppers. It's creamy peanut butter, a crispy coating, and a whole lot more.
Man, that looks good.
Peanut butter's gone poppers. Peanut butter poppers. New from Nature Valley.
Oh, I forgot to mention it was Pi Day. Let me tell Mom about this after I'm done taping this reaction video. Anyway, continue on.
I like the little logo that had the little neon look to it.
Okay?
Hostess Chocodiles. This is something I never heard of. The Hostess Food Company has been highly triumphant in creating some iconic snacks over the decades, and the Chocodiles was once such delight in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
The item was a Twinkie wrapped in rich chocolate. It was the outer coating that made the snack lip smacking. And after
Wow.
one snack, remembered with tools indeed. Here's the commercial from Hostess.
Have a chocodile!
This may take a while.
Have a chocodile! Hostess chocodiles from Chauncey Chocodile. It takes a while to eat a chocodile.
You have to wait a while.
Have a chocodile! It's so big.
These two kind of remind me of Charlie Brown ripoff difference. But they're good. Continue on.
Delicious that it takes a while to eat a chocodile. Hostess chocodile. Lots of golden cake covered with chocolate flavor and cream filling inside.
Wow.
It was pretty much a Twinkie.
It takes a
Wow.
while to eat a chocodile. Hostess chocodile.
You know,
Wow.
if you really want a Chocodile, all you just gotta do is just buy Twinkies, melt some chocolate, and just pour them on the Twinkie.
Yeah.
Simple fix. Giggles Cookie.
Yeah, here's a commercial. Too Disney popped in again. Oh no! Joking around. Continue on.
Giggles cookies were shaped like a smiley face. They were in the form of a sandwich with flavored cream in between. The
Man.
commercials are probably more memorable than the taste of the cookies itself. All right, here's the commercial.
Man.
Giggles TV commercial.
I like new Giggles cookies because they've got two kinds of cream inside. He likes Giggles' funny face.
Yeah, they have little funny
There's fudge
faces.
and vanilla cream in each one.
Wow.
I can't believe how good this is.
New Giggles cookies. Two kinds of cream in each funny face.
Yeah.
Probably no.
Yeah. Imagine Cookie Monster is about to eat them all up. Ah, yum yum yum. Continue on. Wow.
Nabisco's always creative when it comes to their cookies, even Oreo, and which we're going to be talking about just right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oreo Big Stuff. Now, before we had Mega Stuff, we had Oreo Big Stuff. And
Yeah.
believe it or not, it actually had more stuff
Wow.
than the Mega Stuff has. I'll
Wow.
give you proof. We kept the best for last. Yes, this giant-sized cookie was the stellar item in the 1980s school kids' lunchboxes. The kids today may find it hard to believe that this variant of the Oreo was even bigger than the Mega Stuff available nowadays. This
Wow.
massive cookie came with a generous helping of the authentic Oreo cream filling. Sadly, they were discontinued in the early 90s, but they still linger in the memories of the 80s kids.
Wow.
What are some of the other discontinued snacks you remember from the 80s? Now, here is the Oreo Big Stuff commercial.
Mr. Big Stuff.
Introducing Oreo Big Stuff.
Who do you think you are? Oreo Big Stuff. Oreo Big Stuff. Who do you think you are?
New Oreo Big Stuff.
Wow, look at the size of that cookie.
Wow. Wow.
And it was a one little packet. And back in the 80s, high schoolers had Mustangs. With Oreo to go. Wow. I really like some of those commercials.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't mean Megaspin, David.
Mm-hmm.
Luke's comment. Giggles cookies. Imagine Cookie Monster is about to eat them all up. Oh, he would eat anything up. He'll eat anything.
Now here's the Oreo Big Stuff commercial. Toon Disney commercial popped in again. Oh no! Joking around anyway.
A Toon Disney commercial. Oh no. You know, seeing that, it's kind of reminds me of Mr. Bill. All right. We were just about to close off the show here, but before we do, we always end off the show with the weather report. So stand by.
Do 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 do. Ah, excuse me. Do 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 do. Okay, moving on. Next, you're welcome on the 8th. Do do do. Love the Kazoo music. Anyway, next. Wish I can do that. But anyway. Current law area, 1,000,000 degrees. Local lover skies. Okay. Okay, maybe not. Anyway. 62 degrees, mostly cloudy. On today. Anyway. Current conditions. San Jose. Anyway. Sunrise, sunset. Friday will be full moon. Next Thursday will be last moon. New moon will be the end of the month. Actually, is March 31st, which is 2 Thursdays from now. First moon will be April the 8th, and on Sunday, which is yesterday, 7:21 a.m. will be the sunrise, and sunset will be 7:13 p.m. Monday will be 7:20 a.m. Which is today actually, and 7:14 p.m. Continue on. Anyway. Looking forecast. Okay. Tonight, mostly clear in the evening, then becoming quiet, probably quiet. Excuse me, I spoke. Anyway. Lows in the upper 30s, northwest winds, 5 to 10 miles per hour in the evening, becoming light. Continue on. Anyway. Monday, Sunday, highs in the upper 70s, light winds becoming west of 5 to 10 miles per hour in the afternoon. Continue on. Anyway. Monday night, mostly cloudy, a chance of rain, full of in the mid of, 40s in the middle 50s. West winds of 5 to 10 miles per hour in the evening, becoming light. Continue on. And I was starting to feel like laughing, you know. That's just me. I was gonna ask Alex a question, but I couldn't. And Puerto was 65, 61 will be San Francisco. 67. They're both 67. One was 65, and Livermore would be 59, and the first was 70. So both of them are mostly cloudy, and the rest are fair. Both of them are calm. One was like northwest 12, and the rest 2 of them were west 9. Yeah, I think that's it. Continue on. North 7 and north wind 13. Anyway. Travel forecast for, and it's travel data will be temporarily unavailable. Continue on. Low high. Anyway. I don't know what's just going on here. Now, travel forecast. Okay. We already seen the the local forecast already. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, those loud cookies. Oh God, David. Anyway. Current radar data temporarily unavailable. Anyway. Fake says, but oh my God, Logan. Jeez. Anyway. Wow. Quarter Whopper. Jeez. And nothing for Sacramento, San Jose, Fresno, Miami, and Batesburg. Oh well. Duh. And stupid raid on tomorrow. Oh well. Oh my God. Instead forecast highs in 69 Tuesday, Wednesday. help me out here. Anyway, oh man, I can't resist. Anyway, Tuesday's rain. Yeah, it's a stupid idea. Anyway, Wednesday and Thursday are party quality. Continue on. I can't resist about this magic number. Anyway.
Breaking news! The class clown has arrived! And what's this coming? Fake. I want a quadruple whopper. Why don't you go get your own quadruple whopper right at your own home, boy? Yeah, we're closed.
Yeah, no.
You came in at the wrong time because we are just about to conclude this episode of the Sunday Show. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to another exciting edition of the Sunday Show. We'll be back next week sometime in the afternoon. Don't know. It could be between 3 to 5. I'm not trapped in jail. This is just a room divider. So that way you don't have to always see the background of my room. And it looks more professional too. If I was really in jail, I either have jail bars or I'm looking at Logan's comments. Ooh, I'm so scared. Logan Skelton's a great guy. He makes everybody laugh, including everybody in the Discord server as well as me. So subscribe to Logan Skelton. He will make your day guaranteed.
Yeah, exactly.
We got David and Logan. The Logan's the biggest class clown of all time.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back next week between 3 to 5. We'll be talking about whatever. I have no idea, but I
Right here on Tube Disney. Continue on.
guarantee you it will be a good show. From all of us here at the 25, I'm Alex Paris saying, have a relaxing Sunday. Good night, everybody.
So that was 80's Snacks, the Sunday Show, episode 11. The ending was hilarious. The rest of it is so overall watchable. So far, this episode went to be a success. Anyways, guys, that was LJPCBM episode number 7. Let's say 92. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next one. When it's gonna be LJPCBM episode number 793. David Fowler's version of Mighty Cards, Season 4, Episode 10. Till next time, it's Joseph Bob, piece of paper. We can watch the as you guys pursue. Till we're just out. See ya.
Given unto me this life I'll never take for granted, and given all the time I failed to really understand it, I never sought to meet the maker of reality, the one who gave the life that which is always happening, but I tried all the time. Why was I the one to see things as I do under the moonlight and the sun? Perception is the question and the giver holds the key, but the only worth I've ever found was in melody. I still try